strengthen, activate, and stretch your shoulders in every possible direction with me. This is inspired by one of Iyengar's sequences. It's quite traditional Hatha yoga, so just be ready to get a little bit more into the stretchy parts. Let's go. Okay, welcome to a shoulder focus class, but in a very traditional Iyengar way. Although we cannot go completely traditional Iyengar, since that would take around 2.5 or 3 hours. So I'm going to find a middle way for you to have this more accessible. Let's start in the top of the mat. You don't have to do any sun salutation. I'm going to do one just for the movement. It's always good for our shoulders as well. Let's start. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale. Now we're done. Right leg back. Left leg back. Lower. Hold. Lift. Push back. Adho. Right leg forward. Step. Exhale. Lift. Come forward, interlace your fingers. Nothing to do with Iyengar. I just like this. It stretches the shoulder. Just stay here. Hands down. Lift. Lift leg back. Lengthen through your spine. Knees, chest and chin. Lift. Push back. Left leg forward. Right leg and exhale. Inhale, lift. Stretch. And there we go. We start Trikoṇasana. Let's just open up. Right leg up, right foot up. Stretch over, make sure your heels are in one line. This is not for beginners. If you are not used to these standing poses, you should be learning them correctly and hold them longer. If, however, you are very seasoned in standing postures, we can move through them a little quicker. Move your left foot in, right hand up. This is just to warm up the body for all the crazy stuff that is coming. Right hand down. Pull the right hip forward. All right, let's just flow here into the next one, Parsvakoṇasana. We just start left side. Stretch over your head. Your shoulder might be touching your chin. You look to your palm, lock the right knee. Bring your right heel up. Bring the right shoulder down to the outside of your left knee and lower the heel again if you can. Pull the belly in. Look up and stretch. Now this feels already more like a shoulder movement. Other side. Right hand to the outside of your right foot. Stretch your left thumb all the way over. Sit low. Okay, heel up. That's the easiest way to enter. Push against your thigh. Bring your shoulder to the outside of the right knee. Plant the left hand down. Bring your left heel back down. Keep locking the knee. Pull the belly in. And stretch the right arm. Up and over. Change. All right, now keep the right hip, right foot turned out. Just going to move into the heroes, the warriors. Sit down, Virabhadrasana. Vira means hero, but Virabhadra, a little bit different. Sit low, stretch up. Sit low, stretch up. Open. Breathe. Sit. Breathe. Lengthen. Third one. Bring your left hand forward. Move forward. Stretch. Forward. Lock the knee. Both knees. Belly in. Ardha. Right hand down. Open to the left. Hand can be on the hip, or later you changed into this position. You might know, look up to your left thumb. And not part of the sequence. I like as a shoulder stretch, just grab the foot, kick up, and just relax into your shoulder. Might be a bit strong for your hamstring. And change. Let me rearrange my mat. It's a bit windy today. All right, other side. Sit. Lift. Lock the knee. Lean back and lift up. Open. Chest up. And move forward. Belly in. Lift your shoulders out, forward, and up. Right? Ardha. Left hand down. Right arm up. All right hand to the hip. And let's just go to that variation. Pick up. Relax your right shoulder. My shoulder always cracks in this one, but a good crack. A stretch. All right. Bring your right foot down and let's just right away move into Parsvottanasana. So you can choose grabbing elbows or bringing hands together. In reverse namaskar, this would be more intense for your shoulder. The higher you go up, the more deltoid you stretch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale. Push. Outside front foot, inside back foot. Down. Keep the right hip forward. And then move the chin to your shin. Inhale, come up. Turn. If you have reverse namaskar, you want to bring the other thumb in front. Left hip forward, stretch up. Slowly come forward. Inside front foot, backside, outside. You can always see which way is better for you, but stabilize. Change. All right, bring your hands down. And just come into headstand. This is the real warm-up for the shoulders. The rest will be more strength requiring. So nice, easy, just a headstand. Breathe calm. Keep your legs tight. Lengthen through the spine. All right, bring your both hands down and just move into Sirsasana 2. Right, but just bring the hands back where the elbows were. Keep the elbows in. Keep your lats engaged. Latissimus core stays active, not tight, just active. Okay. Breathe. All right, lower down. Beautiful. Okay. Now we do shoulder stand 1 and 2. Turn around. Legs over your head. Wiggle your shoulders together until you feel them as close as possible together. You can keep your arms extended or bring your hands into your back. Lift up your legs. Core stays engaged. Your chest should be touching your chin. No pressure on the neck. Shoulders pushing. Breathe. So technically, this was already second one that I'm showing you. So the first one is to bring the hands in the back. And it's a nice stretch for your trapezius. Always good. Just make sure your neck shouldn't even be really touching. And if it's touching lightly. It should really be chest to your chin. Complete shoulder pushing down. Your acromion. Bone on top of the shoulder. Joint should be like being pushing down. So arms extended into waist is shoulder stand 2. All right, Halasana. Legs behind your hip. Push the heels away. Breathe calm. You can keep your arms apart, together, or on the back, like in shoulder stand 1. All of the variations are fine. Bring the top of your feet down on the floor. Shoot. It's like a technical problem with the stone. Okay. Keep pushing your feet away from your head. Good. Okay. Bend your knees. Karnapidasana. We're not going to stay long. All right, slowly lower back down to the floor and just have a moment of relaxation. Just always after inversion, just relax for a moment. So we're going to turn around on the belly. Basically, we're going into the shoulder from all kinds of perspectives, right? So this is a spine straightening posture, but it's also a shoulder stretch. So hold your feet from the outside. You can go more towards the ankle, more towards the toes, but make sure you have a tight grip. Relax your shoulders, relax. Inhale, lift the legs, and just kick up as much as you can. Slow, take your time. Breathe, kick up more. Breathe, kick up a little more. Stay up, kick, relax your shoulder, kick more. Slowly relax. Bring your hands down. We're going to do Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, but hold for a moment. I have some wrist issues, so I'm turning my hands out. You can keep them forward if you wish. It's not important. Important is engage your pecs, engage the glutes, lift the chest, relax the lower back, keep the butt tight. Just stay. You feel this only if you really do it. Push, push, push down. Okay. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Iyengar style is putting the head down. So you don't have to do that. It's just, it's like a puppy stretch if you want so. You're stretching the front side of your armpit. If you cannot reach, don't worry. You can either try or you just do whatever feels good. Just know in this one you don't have to stabilize. You're allowed to stretch into the shoulder. Iyengar likes to do it like that. I think it's a great idea. If you're going to be in a flowing movement, that would be a bit too much maybe. But holding it still, very beneficial. Feels good. Especially after. All right. And you sit down into Virasana. So, you're sitting on the heels. If you have trouble with that, you can cross your feet over like this. Either way. You're going to bring your hands interlaced. Lift your arms overhead and lift shoulders to your earlobes. Keep breathing. Ready? Chest up. Keep the spine erect and really try to lift your shoulders maximum. This might be uncomfortable. That's okay. So good for you. 10 seconds. All right, relax, and then bring your arms down. Good. Now we do Parvatasana. It's very similar. We're going to do the same in lotus. So, if you cannot do your lotus, you can do a half lotus. We didn't do a lot for the legs. So be careful. All right. One more time. Interlaced fingers. Pull the belly in. Back to the spine. Lift your shoulders to your earlobes. Smile. Just breathe. Relax wherever you can. Like your knees. Stabilize through the glutes. Lift up more. Long spine erectors. They're so good. Long muscles around the spine. Strengthening. Relax. Okay. Wonderful. So, we're going to go into a half standing position, but it's a forward fold. And we start standing. So, you're going to bring your left foot up into half lotus. If this is already too much for your knee, just keep it down, and then you're not going to do the whole thing. It doesn't really matter, because for the shoulder you can do something very similar. So what we're doing is we're going to bring the left hand around, grabbing the big toe. If you cannot do this because of your knee, then you're just going to grab your shorts, okay? Stretch up and forward. Slowly. Stretch out of the hip first. And with the exhale, bring your head in direction of your shin bone.
Ardha Padmottanasana.
I like how this one feels. Feels good. All right, relax. Right side. We're going to do it again on the floor. In a seated position. But it's always good to try and challenge your balance, right? So bring your right hand around. Grab either toe, big toe, inside of the foot, or shorts. Stretch up as much as you can. Lift out of your hips. And then bring your left hand up. Exhale. Bring your hand next to your foot, or to the back, and try to reach. Ooh. As I said, challenge your balance. All right. Come back. Slow, 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 slow. All right. Now, we'll get to do this much easier in the seated position. One more time. Left foot up. Ardha, Baddha, Parsvottanasana. Again, if it's too much, keep the foot down here. Flex it. Grab the shorts. Or your pelvic bone, if that's good for you. Stretch forward. Lengthen the spine. Breathe. Since we are talking about the shoulder, so this is a shoulder stretch in your deltoid front part. But you can also bring your elbow out and forward and stretch the whole right latissimus at the same time. Change. Other side. There we go. Always be careful with your knee, you know. Just one day, one direction works and the other might not. I feel this more now than in the standing one. It's just got to be careful. Lift chest. It's not worth to hurt yourself for it. No yoga pose in the world. Come forward more. Elbows out. Breathe, lengthen. One more time, try and stretch your left elbow out and forward. And lengthen the chest forward. Change. All right, Parsvottanasana. Lift. Exhale, come forward. You can grab your big toes. Grab your outsides of the feet. Grab the wrist. Or even have your hands flat on the ground. Just lengthen forward as much as you can. Keep your abdomen active. Okay, beautiful. Slowly come out of this. And we're going to do a pose that is a little bit more difficult in the Iyengar tradition. I think, though, you should try, because why not? So it's Gomukhasana's cow face. It's usually not, well, it's hard if your hips are tight, but just generally it's not a hard posture. But the way Iyengar does it is really challenging. So you're going to bring your heel, try and bring the heel to the other heel. The right leg is on top of me now. And then you basically sit on your calf muscle. First times I did this, talk about myofascial release. That was really intense for me. Now, bringing the right arm up, behind you, push with the head back, and try and reach with the left hand for your right hand. Now, if this is not a thing you can do, you can always just keep reaching. I'll show you a trick in a minute. In this pose. Keep breathing. So good. So we keep a constant pressure with your head against your elbow, okay? And just so you understand, a lot of people go like, I can't do it. You need to lift. Lift the arm out of the shoulder joint, like really like elevate. Then bend. Now it's touching here. Maybe here for you, but it is touching. And then with the elevation, you pull a little bit over. You don't pull, you don't jerk. You just, a little bit. And then push the head back against it. Now from here, you can easily grab. Okay? Much easier. For most of my students with tight shoulders, this has been the way how they can do it. Okay? So other side, we're going left on top. Bring the heels touching or almost touching as much as you can. This is such a good stretch. I don't do it enough. So like I said, really lift up the shoulder, the arm, then push it back, then grab it from the right hand. Pull the belly back. This is not a back bend. Keep lifting the chest. Anyways, and just keep pushing your head against your arm. Don't go overboard. Don't hurt yourself. Try to keep the balance. It's already hard enough to keep the balance in this position. If you can't hold it, then just, do something else with your legs, since it's about shoulders. All right. We do bound lotus. So again, if lotus is not happening for you today, just choose half lotus, and then you have to switch the legs in the next one. All right. I'm also medium comfortable today. So this is hard if you don't have a tight lotus. Left arm around. Grab your foot. Right? This is probably where most people are already reaching their limit. If you can, however, reach your right arm around. Iyengar does it with a little of a swing. It's the only place where I would use swing is grabbing the other side in a twist. And then you just keep the chest up. Just hold your big toes. Push the big toes against your hands. Lift the chest. And let's switch it up. If you did half lotus, you get another chance. I'm starting right arm first now. Lift up. With the exhale, around. Not much is in the way. All right. Keep lifting. Breathe. Sides are so different, right? All right. Let's just bend forward. This is Yoga Mudrasana.
In the Go series, this is the only way we do Mandalas.
All right. Change. Good. Relax your legs. All right. So we're going into Pincha Mayurasana. If you've never done this before, this is not the right class to start. But I have videos on that. Maybe just have a wall behind you. Push your elbow down, bring your right leg up. Or you stay in this position. Bring the left leg up. Try not to jump. If you want to land this shoulder extension, where the strength for handstand is also coming from, landing it in a jump is probably not going to happen. Keep pushing. You can switch legs if you did only one leg. Make sure your elbows are not separating too much. Change. All right. Next one is handstand. And I have a upset wrist in my left hand, so I'm not sure what to do with that. You can do a handstand for sure. And I'm going to see if I can do one, okay? We have to accept our limits. It's just what it is. I'll just try and use the wall for now. Okay, ready? Inhale. Just jump up. There, I just go on my fingertips. This helps. Keep breathing. You don't have to do this. Well, you should. You should be in a straight handstand rather than whatever I'm doing. But I don't want to hurt my wrist more. Just keep pushing. Right, it's the same extension as we did in Pincha Mayurasana. Let's do one more. I see if I can hold it. If not, I'll just come out. You keep doing, okay? Other leg up. Belly in. Maybe you can even tuck jump. I just can't do this right now. Or frog jump. I have a beautiful video on that called On Hands. It's nice. Gives you some handstand variations. Keep pushing. Push, push, push. Relax your neck. And change. All right. That's my maximum for my wrist. Hey, actually, since we're just here, why don't we just step on our hands for a moment? I love to do this for my wrists. it's the best massage. Also, I get to crack my back. So just, wiggle your toes on your hands and wrists and really massage into it. Feels so good. Decompression, right? All right. The next one is an easy one, but it gets harder as we go. So it's Srisasana. So, okay. Right hand down. Left hand up. Srisasana. Easy peasy, or hand on the hip as before in Ardha Chandrasana. Iyengar does that here too. Now we're combining what we did before. You're in half lotus. Move your hand behind and around. I can't even reach the toes. It's okay. So reach if you can. Otherwise, do what you can. Keep pulling the left elbow down away from your shoulder. Push hip away. And let's go down. All right. I'll do the other side on my forearm. So, welcome to join me. It doesn't make a big difference for the shoulder. Keep your hips up. It might be even harder to grab. We can try. So, obviously, we want the foot to be high on the thigh. If you can't do it, it doesn't matter. Grab around if you can. And relax. Let's just do a few more of the arm balances. So, just Virabhadrasana. The easy kind of crow. So you bring your arms back through if you can, shoulders between your knees. I'm going to be on my fingertips to strain my wrist. You can just be hands flat, fingers forward, okay? Keep the butt up. And you can cross your feet in front of you. This is hard on fingertips. I didn't know. Talk about balance. Straighten the legs if you can. You can go like this. Yeah, that's easier. And cross your left. One more time. Keep the chest up. It's just about the static hold, right? Shake out your wrists a little bit. We do Mukha. And then we're going to end soon. Making sure that this is not too long. Grab your floor in front of you. Bring the toes just behind the wrists. Lift the knees into your armpits. Brilliant. Keep the butt up. If you can, straighten your arms. You can keep holding if you like. For me, this should be enough for my wrist. Let's do some Virasana. It's a nice shoulder stretch actually, right? We're just going to do 1, 2, and 3, not 4. As suggested, luckily, in this sequence, because the 4th row is really hard, right? It's better known as D, but Iyengar calls them with numbers. So right arm around your shin. Bring it back behind. Grab your other hand, arm, wrist, forearm, whatever you can. If you can, just let it up 1 second. And then again, you can bring up your right hip, just you want to lengthen the spine. We favor the lengthening of the spine. In this one, keep the left foot straight and not turned out. You will see it likes to turn out. Change. All right, so we do the same in half lotus. So there's two ways to do this. In Ashtanga, a lot of teachers teach to keep the foot a little bit more out in the line of the sitting bone. Iyengar likes to teach it more to the central line. You can figure out what is good for you. Wrap around, stretch the chest, and lean forward. There we go. Come down, maybe touch the floor. Lengthen the lower spine. Change. Okay, now we straighten this leg back again, and we're just going the other way. Bring your arm, like we did in Parsvakoṇasana, just to the outside of the knee. Then push against the floor and wrap your arm around your shin. Now this is supposed to be looking forward. If you can, drop the right hip back down. Keep lifting the chest. Breathe calm. Oh, this is such a good stretch in the shoulder. I don't do it enough. I'm just realizing. All right, left foot up. So this is the same thing, right? In Ashtanga, most teachers will teach you to keep this like a hand away from the thigh. Iyengar teaches it, keep it in the inner thigh. I think it depends on your pelvis shape, but most of us have a very natural external rotation. So then it would be easier to keep the foot close to the inner thigh. Inhale, stretch. And lifting the hip up, come forward. You don't need to lift the hip up if you're super flexible. You can probably keep it down. Chin forward. Keep it. Belly in. Lengthen. Change. All right. Half lotus. If you can't do that, you can just keep the foot down here, okay? Now, I don't know. My right knee can do this today. Let's see. Get the arm around, wrap it, lift the chest, and come forward. If you can, point the right knee forward, not out. Lengthen your neck. Change. One more time, straighten. Marichyasana 3. So, knee over to the side. Bring your right shoulder out. Right? Push against the floor. Wrap it around. Gonna bend the elbow and wiggle your hand through. Grab your other hand or whatever you can grab. Now, if you can, lower the left hip again. Keep the chest lifted. Flex the foot. Breathe. Very nice. Okay, so the next one is Ardha Matsundrasana. We kind of did this in Marichyasana already, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the second one. So you may choose Ardha Matsundrasana 1 or 2. Iyengar does even the full version in this sequence, which I am not going to do. You're welcome to stop and do a full lotus variation of spine twist. I'm not going to get there. Okay, so it's the other way around than Marichyasana. So you're in half lotus with the right leg, for example. You're going to grab the left foot with the right hand. And you're going to reach the other hand around, trying to grab the shin. Lift the chest. And just try and move your right shoulder in front and your left shoulder into the back. Kick against your hand so there's a shoulder stretch. This is not a force. It's more allowing the spine to twist and stretching your shoulders at the same time. All right. Let's do the other side. Maybe I'll re-record one day with the beautiful full spine twist. I'm not there. I'm not sure if I ever get there. Wrap around your foot. Right arm around. I was close once. But it takes a lot of hip opening. Inhale. Ready? Just up. Right shoulder back. You're either natural in hip opening or in back bending. It's very rare. Both comes together without training it. Almost impossible. Lift, twist. Right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Inhale, lift, twist. A little bit more. Stay. Just breathe. Change. All right, I love that pose. So good. And we're just going to stay here and bring the right foot back behind into a half Virasana. And we do Virabhadrasana. So one more twist. It's the other way around. So right hand on the floor underneath your left knee, left arm around, grabbing your foot, or also in this one, if you can reach for your heel or your shin, depending. Lift the chest and twist back. Lift the chest, twist back. Lift the chest, twist back. Change. Other side. Left hand turns in, soft part of the elbow out. Fingers underneath your left knee. Oh, that's a good stretch from my wrist pain. Right arm around. See, there's Easter eggs all over the places. Even if it's not Easter, stretch your chest up. Twist. Chest up. Twist. Chest up. Twist. Lengthen. Twist. Change. Beautiful. Okay, I think we have some more back bending to do in the end of this class. Utthita. And I'll just surprise you. Okay, so hands on the back, lift the chest. Keep your knees together if you are more advanced in back bending, or knees apart if it's tight for you. Bring your hands flat onto your feet. You extend your head push the hips forward. Just stay, breathe. Keep the chest up, push the hips forward. Butt is tight. Come back. Beautiful. All right. Why don't we try a stretch and see how we feel? For that, you need to bring your left leg, I'm going to start left, into a figure four fold. And I'm going to do it in this direction. So towards my left side. Because now what we're doing is we're coming front side anyways. If your hips are tight today, this might not be happening. This is for me already really hard. Some of you might find it very easy. Not me though. Come forward. There we go. Maybe you can bring the foot up higher on your arm. Stretch. And just lengthen the right leg while you come forward. You push down your left arm. Shoulder. So keep the knee up. Keeping the knee up. Change. Okay. I couldn't keep it until I was coming out of it. It's a Dhanurasana pre-stretch. I'm not going to do yogi Dhanurasana today. But we're going to do another nice back bend. So you can be excited for that. Get the right foot up on the shoulder, if you can, into your armpit. Bring your hands to the floor. Come forward. Keep the right knee up. You can lengthen the left leg. For me, this is more of a triceps massage. Yeah, if you reach the armpit, it'll be an upper triceps massage. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, we're going back into back bending. This time we do Parvatasana. So we start similar to Utthita, bringing the hips forward. Lean back, and then just lengthen your arm back. Push against the floor. Maybe come a little in with your hands, and again push. Maybe one more time. Push. Change. Always refreshing. All right. There's only one more crazy thing we could do. It is in the sequence, and I am not sure if I can do it because it's literally quite a bit of time ago that I have been doing it. But why not? Why not be crazy? Make sure you have room around you. This is such a long time ago. I don't know if I can do it. Let's see. It's called Mandalasana. Basically, we walk around our headstand. It requires some back bending and it requires shoulder opening. So if you can't do this, just don't be sad. It's just, it's not that easy, right? Okay, we're gonna try. We'll try. And maybe I can show you half of the thing you can do if you can't do the full thing. Because we don't even know if I can do the full thing. So what we want to try, why don't we start right side? It'd be harder for me actually, but we'll see. You walk your feet to the right side. You can see better if I do right side, right? So now you're going to bring your left foot to your left thigh. And try to turn around until your foot reaches the floor again. Then you walk your feet all around until you can't walk any further. You bring your foot to the thigh. There's nothing graceful about this. I should try again the other way, right? Now you saw. So I'll try to use my mat because this floor is quite slippery. So make sure you don't hurt yourself, right? It's not worth it. I'll go the other way around again. So again, you are in a setup for headstand. You walk to the left now. Make sure you walk as far as you can. Bring the right foot close to your left thigh. Ooh, so slippery. Bring your right foot down. Walking to the right. Push the right foot down. Bring the left foot close. And just turn the hips over again. I don't know if you could see it. It's really hard to explain how to lose your fear in this one. It is hilarious. It's the trick is to stabilize the long leg that stays on the floor when you're moving the other one over. So you're going to push into the floor. You're going to bring that other leg to the thigh and then bring the hips over. And that just from a forward to backward and then back again the other way around, right? So there's nothing you can learn in a minute. You need to try it and need to not be afraid. If your back bend is not good enough to be in a elbow variation of a wheel, then it's probably not going to work for you. All right, so just to release that tension one last time, we're going onto wheel. Bring the hands next to your ears. Straighten the legs if you like. Relax your neck. And change. And relax completely. Breathe calm. Feel your arms, your shoulders, biceps, triceps, deltoid, pecs, maybe even your lats, the trapezius, everything that is around your shoulder, neck, chest region should be warm, stretched, activated. Make sure you give yourself enough rest after this, at least 5 minutes. 10 is better. I will leave you here with this. That is a very different practice that we just did, but I enjoy greatly the traditional ways too. As much as I love the funky, it's a good mix. All right. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for coming.